If you're searching for the best vitamin B12 supplement, whether or not to boost your energy, support your brain, or correct low B12 levels, then you're in the right place. Now, do you already take a B12 supplement but still feel tired, foggy, or just like your brain isn't firing on all cylinders? Or maybe you've been told that your B12 levels are normal, yet you're still dealing with mood dips, tingling hands, poor sleep, or low energy, and just wondering what's going on. The truth is, not all B12 supplements are created equal, and the form you take, along with your genes, gut health, and even the delivery method, could be the reason why your B12 isn't working the way it should. Hi, I'm Sonia Hollis, a qualified nutritional therapist, and in this video, I'm going to help you take the guesswork out of vitamin B12. You'll learn why some people absorb B12 perfectly while others don't, even on high doses. I'll explain the different forms: methylcobalamin, adenosylcobalamin, hydroxycobalamin, and cyanocobalamin, and which ones suit you best. And I'll show you how your genes and gut health can influence the form of B12 that your body really needs. So if you're wondering if you're taking the right kind or just wasting your money, this is for you. But before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll get some more science-backed nutritional videos just like this. So let's get started. Vitamin B12 is critical for so many things, not just energy. It's essential for red blood cell production and oxygen delivery. It protects your nerves and brain, supporting memory, focus, and mood. It helps to protect your body to detox properly, supporting DNA synthesis, that's helping your body to make new cells properly. And it also plays a critical role in methylation, the process that turns genes on and off. And lastly, it's involved in making ATP, your body's main energy currency. Low B12 can cause symptoms like fatigue or weaknesses, brain fog and memory issues, mood swings or anxiety, tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, poor sleep, digestive issues, and even fertility or cardiovascular risks through raised homocysteine. And the tricky part is you can have B12 in your blood, but not be using it properly in your cells, especially if you're taking the wrong form or if you have SNPs, which are single nucleotide polymorphisms, genetic mutations that affect or interfere with metabolism. Let's talk about the four most common forms of B12 and how they actually work in the body. We have cyanocobalamin. This is the synthetic one. It's the cheapest and widely used form available, and you'll find it in many multivitamins and fortified foods. It's synthetic, so it's not found in nature and has to be converted in the liver to active forms such as methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin. It also releases a cyanide group when broken down, so while it's safe for most people, this can be problematic for smokers or for those with kidney disease or poor detox function. It has lower retention rates and may be less effective for people with methylation SNPs or absorption issues. It's not useless, but it's not the most efficient, especially if you have symptoms. Moving on to methylcobalamin, this is the methylated one. Now, this is one of the two active coenzymes forms that your body can use straight away. It plays a key role in converting homocysteine to methionine, helping reduce inflammation and supporting mood, detox, and brain health. It's often recommended for people who have the MTHFR, the MTR, or the MTRR gene variations, which can impair methylation. And some studies show it stays in the body longer than cyano and may be better supporting for neurological functions. However, even methylcobalamin can be broken down and remethylated depending on your body's needs. So it's not a total bypass for genetic issues, but it's definitely more efficient. So now adenosylcobalamin, this is the energy one. This is the other bioactive form of B12 used inside your mitochondria where energy is made. It helps to convert methylmalonyl-CoA into succinyl-CoA, a key step in the TCA cycle, which is your cellular energy engine. So this is great for people with chronic fatigue, muscle weakness, or mitochondrial dysfunction. And some people do better with this form if they have SNPs in their genes involved in energy metabolism. It's less commonly found in standalone supplements but can be part of a combination formula. Moving on to hydroxycobalamin, the long-lasting one. This is a naturally occurring form often used in injections in medical settings. It has a longer half-life in the blood and is converted to methyl and adenosylcobalamin as needed. It also helps to clear cyanide, so it's sometimes used in smoke inhalation cases. And it's useful for people with retention issues or complex SNP patterns, which we'll take a look at now. Your genetics can influence on how well you absorb, transport, and activate B12. So key SNPs include the MTHFR. This affects folate metabolism and methylation. The MTR and the MTRR, this is needed to recycle homocysteine, and the TCN2, which affects transport of B12 into cells. If you have any of these variants, even one copy, you might need methylated forms or higher doses to see results. This is especially true if you have symptoms despite normal B12 levels. I've personally done nutrigenomic testing on myself on my own methylation pathways, and I found that I carry SNPs in MTHFR, MTR, and genes involved in converting folic acid to folate. So that's one reason why I personally choose methylated forms of B12 and folate myself, and why I often recommend testing if you're struggling with symptoms that just don't quite add up. If you're curious about your own genetics and how they might be affecting your energy, mood, or nutrient needs, I offer nutrigenomic testing, and you can find more information about that on my website, and I'll include a link in the description below. Before we talk about how to take B12, it's important to mention that gut health plays a big role in how you absorb it. B12 absorption depends on your stomach acid to release it from food, a protein called intrinsic factor, which is needed for absorption in the small intestines, and overall gut lining integrity. So if you've had gut issues like IBS, low stomach acid, or take acid blocking medications, that might reduce how much vitamin B12 your body can take in, either from food or supplements. So that's why how you actually take B12, capsules versus sublingual or injections, really do matter. There are several ways to take vitamin B12, and the best one depends on your own absorption, symptoms, and personal preferences. So we have under the tongue, so sublingual. This has excellent absorption and is ideal for most people, especially those with mild symptoms or early deficiency. It's easy, affordable, and widely available. Injections. This is often used in medical settings for severe deficiency or pernicious anemia, or when gut absorption is compromised. These are usually given by a healthcare professional. They're not something that you would self-administer at home unless specifically trained. So capsules or tablets. Now these work well if your gut is functioning properly and doses are high enough. So typically 1 microgram or more for therapeutic use. Now, B12 is often paired with folate in its methylated form, vitamin B6, and other B vitamins, which work well together in pathways like methylation, detoxification, and energy metabolism. So, taking B12 in a B complex can be especially helpful if you're supporting homocysteine balance, mood, or nervous system health, because these nutrients are working synergistically. However, if you're specifically correcting a deficiency, a standalone B12 supplement may be more appropriate short term. And lastly, liposomal B12 or nasal sprays. Now, these newer delivery formats are designed to bypass the digestive system, which can be helpful if you have gut issues, low stomach acid, or poor intrinsic factor. Liposomal B12 uses fat-based carriers, liposomes, to protect the B12 and enhance absorption through the gut lining. Nasal sprays deliver B12 directly into the bloodstream via the mucous membranes in your nose, making them a non-invasive alternative to injections. Now, early research and clinical studies suggest that both forms are well absorbed, especially in people with malabsorption or mild deficiencies, though more long-term studies are needed. Now, these can be great options if you want something easy, fast, and non-invasive, and are particularly used in functional medicine settings. So, in summary, are you taking the right kind of B12? For many people, methylcobalamin or a combination of methyl, adenosyl, and hydroxycobalamin give better support, especially if you have fatigue, brain fog, or known methylation issues. If you're over 50, vegan or vegetarian, or take medications like metformin or PPIs, you may need more. If you have SNPs, symptoms, or poor gut health, the form, dose, and delivery method really do matter. And if you're unsure, consider testing for homocysteine and MMA because elevated homocysteine and MMA levels consistently indicate a functional B12 deficiency, or test for genetic markers to guide your supplement choice. B12 is one of the most powerful tools that we have for supporting long-term energy, mood, and brain health, but only if it's the right one for you. So that's it for now. Let me know in the comments below what form of B12 that you've been taking and have you noticed a difference? So if you found this helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my original B12 video for more on deficiency signs and symptoms. Okay, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.